beautiful thing. Hey guys, this is welcome to our first remote live. I am coming to you live from southern Florida, down in Miami or near Miami. I'm down here visiting my oldest daughter and her family, and we're just having a good time. I know if I stand up, you'll see nothing but sun, but I want you to at least get a picture of the Florida, the Florida feel there with all the palm trees and everything. A little different than we normally do when we're in the studio. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to do a quick live here today. We're testing out our new software for being remote to see how everything goes. And I've got Connie here with me. Hey, Connie.
Howdy do.
Okay, she's there somewhere. She'll pop up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know she's got her little girl with her, which is okay with me. I love little kids. I've got myself and we've got 11, well, soon to be 11 grandkids. So it keeps my wife and I busy. Anyway, guys,
Yep.
I just we had a few questions come in, and I just wanted to answer those. I had this one lady that emailed me, and I'm not going to be giving out names just yet until we want to get all the legalities and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure we can just use first names, but for the meantime, I'll just use that I have a caller that called in. So let's just see how that goes. But anyway, the first one I had, she was just asking me, Brad, what do you do? She says, you talk about resilience, you talk about things that challenges that you overcome. Well, how do you just keep going when it just feels like everything's against you? Well, it's not, there's no quick answer to that. I know there's a lot of self-help books that'll tell you just think positive, but especially if if you do have that big old D word that they call depression, because that's been something that I've experienced before to a deep extent, where I was actually diagnosed with clinical depression a number of years ago, was suicidal, and I haven't really told everybody that story, but it's not something I hide. I really put it out there because I want people to know that I've been able to overcome it, and it wasn't an easy thing. I just can tell you that it is doable, but it really is a unique per each person type of a situation where I always say start with a medical professional, make sure that you're safe doing this. But what I ended up doing was it just took me time to just sit down and say, you know what, who am I? What do I want to be? Because I just read so many different reports on where does the depression come from. And yes, there's chemical imbalances and all of that. However, this is one thing I do know. And again, just be careful with these kind of things. I'm not saying don't take medications. I wouldn't be alive right now if it wasn't for those psychotropic meds. But what I did notice from being on those for so long is that they don't cure you, because all that would happen was I would start taking them, and then they would start wearing down, and then next thing you know, I had to up the dose. Then that wasn't working for a while, and then they have to up the dose again. And then after that didn't become effective, they put me on another one, and that just went on for years and years and years. And then finally, one day, I had actually read a study. It was actually on one of the tests that my doctor had given me, where they gave me this test where it asked me a bunch of questions. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? And there was just some small writing down at the bottom of the test. And it was interesting because it said down at the bottom, if you get to the point where you have to take a certain amount of milligrams of this just to cope in life, then here's the key. It said, then you need to change your outlook on life. And I was already at that maximum dose, just waiting to get in to see the doctor to see what my next step would be. And when it said that got me going on a journey of I've got to find out let me take this because I've tried everything else. What can I do with that? What does it mean to change your outlook on life? Well, it was at that point that I started on my journey to become closer to my Maker, to my Father in heaven, and also just look at where I was in my life. Was I happy doing what I was doing? And the answer was no. So I really stopped and said, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to do what I love. And I came to the conclusion that I loved doing social work. I liked working with people. And I said, that's what I'm going to do from now on. So I immediately went to do that. Now, it was a fight to get my mind right to where it was just massive, what do you want to call them, affirmations. It was just really thinking of, okay, this is my new pathway. This is what I will do from here on out. This is who I will be. And matter of fact, I don't mind having a show on that either, just to show you exactly what I did. Now, again, it's going to be an individual thing. So, hey, Connie's there. Yay. Hi, Connie.
Yeah, sorry, I thought my mic was working the first time, but it didn't go around. I said, hey, but might not have heard it.
Okay, well, we didn't, but that's all good. So anyway, I was just wrapping this up for the lady I got the email from. Just telling her that, hey, the key is just to hang in there and know that there is a solution in sight. But this is what I've come to the conclusion of with all the people I've worked with. Take the time to stop and say, okay, what I've been doing up till now hasn't worked. What can I do differently? Who do I want to be? Who does my God want me to be? And start digging that talent out and start doing it, regardless of what people say. You can't think about, well, what if I don't have money for this? No, you can't think about that. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
And have faith that the doors will open up, that you will be able to get that thing that you want. It's the faith thing. The good F word is what I call it.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, but yeah, that was that one there, and so that was a good question. Man, we've had several people give us some feedback on our previous shows, and so we don't need to make this one too long tonight. We just wanted to let you know that we're here, and no matter. This is fun doing this first one. Now that I know I've done this, we'll take a look at it, see if it's stable, and if this is how we're doing it, then we'll just do it from several locations here in Florida.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Keep it going and stuff like that. And then we did have one more question. It's kind of goes along with your other one, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Donna asked, in what ways do you feel you have been resilient?
In what ways do I feel like I've been resilient personally?
Yes.
Yeah, I think coming out of that, the depression that I just talked to you about, when my doctor told me, he says, Brad, you're just going to have to learn to cope. And that kind of made me angry when he told me that. He says, you're just going to have to stay on these medications. He said a lot of times when people get as severe as you have it, they have it for life, and they just need to come up with new coping mechanisms. Well, I'm not a person that copes.
Yeah.
I like to conquer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who is? We don't do cope.
No, cope's a 4-letter word. We don't go no. But I just said to myself, if the thought of trying to live on this drug for the rest of my life was not something I wanted to do. And so, yeah, I was suicidal. I didn't want to live anymore. And as hard as it was, I had to dig deep and just say, you know what, I need to find a reason to live. And of course, I had my wife and several kids at the time, so that was reason enough. That being said, I felt like I was failing them as far as being a provider. So I went and said, that's it. I'm going to provide in the best way that I can. I sat down with my wife. I got a helicopter coming over. Whoa, hello.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how loud that is.
It's not too loud. We can still hear you.
All right, good. But I sat down with my wife, and we just made a plan to shift gears. And bless her heart, she said, I believe that you should follow your heart, and you should do this thing that you wanted to do, which was the social work, and find a way to make money on that. And she said, I'm here with you. I'll go to the ends of the earth to help you get it. And if it wasn't for her, I would not be here today. I wouldn't. But she gave me the strength and the confidence to just, no matter what, I had to make this work, and we did. We made it work, went on to a very successful career, and though I had to sell my company a little while back because of some health reasons, I still love working with people, and that's why I'm here doing resilience right now. But but to answer Donna's question, yeah, Donna, the the biggest thing is don't give up. I'll just say it this way: suicide's not an option. Take that off the table. Tell yourself, I'm going to make this work. Get on your knees and ask your Father in heaven, who are you and what are your talents? And whatever comes up, go with it. Don't sit there and go back and forth with God and say, well, I don't think this is who I really am. No, if he tells you that, you are. And if you're not somebody who believes in a higher power, then basically start with, what does your heart want? What does your heart tell you you are? Mm-hmm. If you just stop there, and I do this all the time in the studio, where I put my hand on my chest and say, what is this saying right here? If you can just follow that, and it'll definitely take you where you want to go. So hopefully that'll help. If you need more, just get back with us, or else I'll just email me personally, and I can talk to you a little bit more about it then. But the key is to take suicide off the table. That is not an option. Period. End of sentence. It is not. There are solutions, and I know you can find it.
I love that. People really need to hear that, and it's awesome that you had that support system, because it's really, like you said on another one of our podcasts, it's the people you know, and that includes, the support system you surround yourself with. So
yeah,
beautiful.
Man, I'm tired of looking down. I want to look up, but then all I got's that big bright sun.
I know, all that sun.
Ooh, it looks like a glowing afro. Oh, look, that looks really cool.
Yeah, there you go.
hey, I feel like I'm back in the 70s.
There's the effects we needed, special effects.
So anyway, yeah, it's too fun.
It is.
Too fun. Well, all right. Well, we'll have another show tomorrow. Now that we know this works, and like I said, I didn't plan too much tonight. I just thought I'd answer these questions and then we test this out. Looks like everything's going good. We're going to give this a shot. This gives us all kinds of different. What do you want to call them? Opportunities. This gives us all kinds of different things that we can look at, that we can do from time to time, and maybe I can go and interview people on the fly, which is something I've always wanted to do. So,
yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, guys. Well, again, keep in contact with us. Please leave us a comment down in the comment section. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, tap on the bell. Also on Facebook, leave us a like. This really helps us to spread the word and keep this channel going, keep it afloat. We want to do anything we can to help our fellow, I'll just call you brothers and sisters, because that's what we all are. We just want to be able to just, again, do a lot of good in the world, and this is what we're here to do.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So until then, as always, go for everything that you want in life and make it happen. We'll see you later.